Well, let's turn it on. It's Crosby Colapinto versus Italo Ferreira. We've got 31:30 on the clock. Italo already has 2 flyaways in this one. Crosby just dropped a quick one off the jump. So Italo ranked number 4th. He is officially in the conversation for the final 5 for now. But it was Italo Ferreira getting the edge.
Yeah, and you know, Crosby forced him to go right here too, and
you're gonna have your hands full anytime you surf against Italo, and that is the case right now. Already up on his 3rd wave. This is a replay from his 2nd wave, so a little overcooked.
An incomplete air for Italo, and then Crosby, the answer back, as I said, this came in as a 3.33, so really probably going to be a throwaway for Crosby at the end of the heat. Nice maneuver right there, though, Chris, right in the pocket, and it seems like the right's slowly turning on.
Yeah, I think this is live right here.
You never know.
You never know what's going on. He's got so many waves under his belt, Chris.
Yeah, with Italo now on his 3rd wave ridden. Production team on their toes right now. Anytime Italo surfs, it's like a telenova. I mean, drama, excitement, action. Raw firepower from Italo. Quick pop shove in the shore break. That was for the fans. He doesn't care about fins. Fins? They don't stand a chance against Italo. Grabbing his board, running back out into the lineup.
Check them, though. What'd you think, Strides?
I think the wave kind of was a little warbly and wobbly, but, I mean, he does tag it on the inside a couple times. It's a setup wave, you know what I mean? I feel like these are...
Get the rhythm going?
Yeah, this is just kind of like, we're just going to get this thing started. This is my 5th wave or 45th wave in this heat already. He just, you know, he catches so many waves. It's unbelievable.
He's having fun, too.
Oh,
pop shove it revert onto the sand. It was purely for the stoke.
Oh, this angle's sick, too. It really just goes to show how difficult the right is to surf, how many different waves there are on this thing, too. And really, once you go into the channel with a low tide, it just ends up standing up all the way through to the inside, Chris. And, you know, for him, as Strider was saying, really a setup wave. We know this guy's the Energizer Bunny, though. So he has a ton of energy, likes to catch a ton of waves, and, of course, gets into a groove right here at Itaúna, which tends to be the smartest of cases, too.
You see all those people on the beach? That was crazy. The beauty shot was just mental.
Everybody shows up when Italo takes to the water.
Why wouldn't you?
In Rio. So as it stands now, Italo
did
it in the water,
on the spot.
did it on the glass.
Yep.
And then now his brother's up and riding.
All right, here's the answer back to that wrap.
Oh!
Crosby goes upside down. Lands straight in the flats. No worries.
Turn that frown upside down, my boy.
Wrap fired up, little bro, right there. That was incredible.
Could turn into an air show, though, boys. Here goes Italo.
Let's hope so. Italo Ferreira now on his backhand. You know this guy can hunt and find the ramp. He does. Goes full. 5 into the flats. Asking for the 10. The crowd wants the 10.
That was exactly what we were waiting for, boys.
Are you kidding me?
We knew it was coming.
Claim's still going.
The future father, yeah, the baby claim. Put the baby to sleep.
He's going to the sand. Look out, crowd. Part. Stay
The
out of
floater.
the way. Like a raging bull. Italo Ferreira now. Have you ever seen a surfer run into the crowd with 21 minutes left?
He's going to go huge with the score.
It's a big section, I will say that. And it's a full rotation, too. Yeah, you know what? He got the tail a little bit more inverted than we saw in real time.
It's got potential.
It does.
10-point potential. Look at this section right here.
I'm going 8-5 with this one.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something in the 9s, I think we can all agree that it's deserving of it. But to get a 10 this year, especially with just the strength of one maneuver, it's nearly impossible still. I mean, talk about a perfect rotation, Chris. Excellent execution. Look at where his back foot is the entire time.
He stomps it, too.
Yeah.
Look. Oh, my gosh. All right, I'll go 9. That was sick. Oh, my gosh.
We got Strider to come up, though, Chris.
There you go.
No, well, just watching the replay, and you see everything in it. It's pretty sick.
9.33 for Italo Ferreira. Now Crosby needs a 6.51.
It feels like we're in Gladiator, though.
20 minutes left. This
Maximus
is going to be
Decimus
fun.
Meridius asking the Caesar if he should go.
And he's back at it again. Italo now looking to do some damage. That wave was a mess.
It still is.
Oof.
I want to see Crosby have a chance to answer here and see how he can respond.
I think the point there is that he's actually raising everybody's level.
Here we go. Crosby Colapinto going to answer back. Big snap to start. Comes around this section. He's getting a little bit wild out here right now with this wind switch. So 2 big turns. Crosby's sitting on a 3.33 as his second score. So
Tom's expression said a lot.
That one.
You got to be looking right. With the wind switching the way it is right now, the lefts are just going to be so difficult to serve. Much sturdier. I mean, the sections aren't as steep as they were earlier either, so I'd be looking right again if I were Crosby.
Because we know that his opponent's going to do some crazy acrobatics. I think that, you know, maybe he was trying to put some separation in it with some power surfing. He does get hung up a little bit right there. Look, his foot slipped off the board.
But that's because there's so many ribs on the left now because of the wind.
It's going to be a big challenge, but I mean, solid surfing.
All right, so the score, things are getting a little bit wild out here in the lineup due to a wind switch. But the good news for all of us watching, it's air wind. And here goes Italo, leaning on a carve on his forehand. That wave was weird.
It still is. Outside rail just caught a little bit. And this one doesn't improve, Chris, 4.33, so a throwaway for Italo. But really, I mean, when you look at how difficult it's the left far to serve, he earned every ounce of that score right there.
It was a great slash. Here we go. Griff, he's got a section. He goes upside down, right out.
Dude,
Crosby Colapinto trying to join his brother Griff.
We'll see if Colapinto gets the chance to answer back here.
Well, Crosby does have priority, but watch out. Italo again. He's been hunting ramps and finding them throughout the entirety of this heat. Will he find another? No. You know he was looking for it, though.
And does that even replace the 5 either?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I also feel like after these guys are doing the caliber of technical above the lip surfing that they're doing.
Colapinto now trying to join his brother in the quarterfinals, looking for a 6.51. Quick setup. Nice carve there. Is this wave going to gift him a section on the inside? Goes fakey for a little bit there. Ooh, I mean, you remember what he had to do to get that 7.83, basically go upside down, land in the flats, right out clean.
Close to a 1.5 difference, though, between that score and what he needs.
All right, so 6.51.
The intensity, right? I mean, these guys have been going so hard and doing the craziest above the lip surfing.
He goes bigger on the first turn, I'd say yes.
Yeah, all these turns are pretty flat, you know what I mean? I mean, the wave is flat. The surfing is obviously there for these guys, but if you have a wave, you need some section of consequence in it, and that wave didn't have it.
Right.
So I don't think he's going to even come. I don't think he's going to get the score.
I mean, that to me, that was a bit of a sales claim, which should do.
I like it. Yeah, positivity is always a great way to go.
Well, definitely number 2 and 3 on that wave are, I mean, exceptional by how the wave is. The only issue is, once again, I think you need to have more risk. The first maneuver needs to be much more critical. Degree of difficulty, we talk about it all the time, but repertoire is something that we see from Crosby quite a bit. He had a good variety of maneuvers right here on this wave.
He blows the tail, rides fakey for a little bit. That's not easy.
That's difficult with all the backwash too. Consider that.
I think it could be close.
Oh. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Late takeoff over the falls. Stands up.
Oh.
Just can't get around that section.
I like it,
effort
though.
right there.
You got to try. You got to try somehow.
These guys are going, no.
I love the fight, though. I love the bite. That was really fun to watch. Just
inside
to see.
double up.
We need to come up with a new
finish by popcorn
squadron name for that air show. The Italo Air Show. Well, more of that to come, I'm sure.